Okay.
Good morning to a frigid Richland County this morning. It is 9:30 a.m. The Commissioners is now in session. I'm County Commissioner Cliff Mears, joined by fellow Commissioners Tony Vero, Darrell Banks, our Senior Clerk Stacy Crawl, County Administrator Ann Keller, and we're joined by some distinguished people in the audience today. We have Rachel Troyer with Central Services, Josh Hicks, our Maintenance Superintendent, I think title, and Amanda Miller, our Director of the Wastewater Treatment Plant. And we also have Carl Hunnell online from Richland Source. So the first order of business we have is with Rachel Troyer, and we're going to talk about cleaning things up.
Yeah, be Josh and I. And we're going to tag team this. So it's time for us to bid our custodial cleaning, which is buildings. Under Josh's budget, we actually clean or uses for his budget. He pays for the county administration building, the park building, community center, Longview, his building. The jail, we believe, even though they're general fund, they pay their own bill. So that always hits his budget. Out of all of the buildings we have got some secure areas, which means that those buildings have to be secure. So with this contract, we actually split it to show our secure areas and then what would be considered like the non-secure areas. We still require background checks. So they have to come back with clean background check to be in our buildings as well.
The secured areas, the only ones that require the CJIS training.
Correct. Yes, we have to have BCI, FBI, and then they have to do the CJIS training. So 2 background checks, and then if they don't pass those, then they can't do the CJIS. And at any point in time, the sheriff's department can pull an employee for any reason, even if they do have the CJIS. We've just tightened our specs a little bit to state that these are things that we require. We know to get CJIS trained employees, it is going to cost a little more. We can't just have, somebody off the street. They can't have a background with any kind of criminal background to be able to go through this.
And I know we have discussed, and thank you guys, right? We just showcased the video, 4 years renovation. So we knew when the contract was coming up that we wanted to protect the investment. And so in this RFP is the addition, hope and believe we can get of a day porter. Is that correct? And that would be someone that would be dedicated to the building during the day to help with the cleanliness, particularly in stairwells, refill things that run out. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that person is going to do some of the secured areas that are required to clean 8 to 4 during the day, but then they'll also be in all the buildings as needed and daily tasks.
But main focus, besides the secure buildings through the day, main focus is here at the courthouse to keep the bathrooms clean,
Stairwells.
Restocked, because that's one of the biggest things that we see is that, bless their hearts, they don't stock, say, the toilet paper and there's a half of a roll, and we just have an influx of visitors and that half a roll can go down real fast. Is it their fault? No, because they're still, that'd be wasteful and put a brand new roll on, but it happens. So we are excited about the day porter as well.
Okay. So you've got a walkthrough that's offered to those interested on the 11th.
Correct.
And the proposal needs to be submitted by the 24th.
Yes.
And the term of the contract would be?
The term of the contract is from, ask me that, and didn't have that open. I apologize. I have my day porter information sitting there instead. It is April 1st through March 31st, 2027. So it's 1 year with 3
contract.
I'm sorry, 2 1-year renewals.
Hold true for both custodial and floor care.
Floor care would actually be effective March 1st with it's the same terms. So it's the same renewal terms and everything. 1 year with 2 1-year renewals.
Do it. Motion to approve the RFP.
Second.
There's two RFPs. The one is custodial cleaning and the other one is floor care.
This motion covers both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Romero.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Before you go, Carl, do you have any questions on that?
No, sir, but thank you.
Next order of business is where Amanda Miller takes center stage and the spotlight is on you. Change order we've got coming up with Will Initiative. Well, let me see in your email. I thought you spelled out the recap. Did a good job in kind of summarizing what we're going to talk about.
We on schedule with this?
We're on schedule to be completed
Going.
by our ultimate deadline.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, the April deadline in the bid packet was set not knowing, with expectations that, you know, it may be adjusted, you know, but you definitely don't want us to be doing asphalt and some work in cold weather. So we knew that would possibly
Today.
be adjusted, and we'll talk about that in the future.
Main Street today?
So yeah, we'll be talking about that later on as we see how things progress with the weather right now, because I had -9 this morning where I live when I got in my truck. So I was not a happy camper.
One when I came in today.
Was it? I mean,
Love.
my truck kept going and giving me up and down all the way to work. So
A woman walk out in a t-shirt.
Love it.
Oh,
We're tough in the Midwest.
you know, I was just wearing the jacket, you know, the other day. It was like a heat wave at 19. So, you know, but I was in and out of buildings, you know, I was doing a full major walk anywhere because it just didn't feel quite as cold as being out there at 0, chopping ice off of things out at the plant.
Google said Friday night's going to be 3 below in Mansfield.
Again, I'm trying to just live day by day right now, you know, with all this. But back to.
Back to the change order.
Yes, we're still making progress, you know, any project has its snags and changes as we go through. But we're working through it and we're trying to keep moving this project forward. And so far, we're doing pretty good. But we do have our oversights and insights as we keep moving forward. As we were trying to get this force main put in, it has come to my attention that we did have a little bit of an oversight. The force main ties in on Myers Avenue into a manhole there. We had planned on tapping the same manhole. It has come to my attention from the contractor and engineering and everything that this manhole is deteriorated to the point that if they do try to tie into that, it is going to fail. It is deteriorated that much. And if they did that, then our current force main would fail. So we are not going to, we cannot do that. So I'm here as part of this change order to ask in replacing that. And how we're going to do that is with what we call a doghouse manhole. We're going to put that in ahead of the line of this manhole in the sanitary line, over top of that line, and we're going to build the manhole bottom around it and restructure, and we'll tap in the new force main into that. Once everything's set to go, we will take that sanitary line and cut it open and cap the one, cut into that sanitary line and open it up, and that'll be our new manhole in there, and abandon the old.
This will be paid for out of wastewater capital.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, and there's also some valves involved.
Yes, that is the other part of this change order.
Improvement over what was originally planned, right?
Yes, and that's a 2-part lesson we've learned here recently. In doing the testing The contractor that is required for this, they're to test the force main. There weren't valves in place to do this, and we were trying to work through how best to test it after everything is complete to do the final. And one of the things that was brought up is about putting a valve to isolate the force main. And it is a little bit of an expense to do, but we've come to find out that this is something that is actually would be a very nice thing to have. At one of our other pump stations, we found that we don't have that access. And if we can't isolate that force main, when you have to make entry into that and work on anything that is piping is connected to that force main, in order to make safe entry to disconnect and repair that, you have to somehow drain that entire line in order to do that.
This is a localized shut off to do that maintenance. Right?
Yes, and if we can shut that off outside of the well, that's the best way to do that. So this is something that would be an improvement on that too. So as part of this change order, we would like to do both of those right now while we still are in construction. Do for both stations. So you go over number 2 that I'm requesting.
Should approve.
Second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yeah.
Rivera.
Yes.
Hey, Carl, any questions?
No, I am up to date on sewer though, as well as cold.
Oh,
Now, if we can merge the two and have frozen sewer pipes, I think that would be an interesting concept.
No.
thank you, Amanda. Thank you very much. Okay. None. Motion to certify the record of proceedings for February 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
Mears.
Yes.
Banks.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
I have a motion to approve requisitions.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Rivera.
Yes.
I have a motion to approve the weekly transfer and additional appropriation requests.
Second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and the next thing listed on our agenda was to approve an Ohio Department of Children and Youth Grant Agreement Amendment, but we need a little bit of clarity on that, so we backed that off until Tuesday. We'll have that week. Following that, we have a request for a part-time kennel attendant posting because we had a resignation for a part-time person. So the request is for a posting at $14.40 an hour.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Rivera.
Yes.
Last item on the agenda is a request for a utility permit application. The installation of fiber optic cable on Hook and Settlement East Road. A motion.
Second.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Rivera.
Yes.
Any other business to come before the board right now? Okay, hearing none. Hey, Carl, any questions on any of that?
No, I'm good, but thank you.
Okay. No further business to discuss. We will stand adjourned at 9:43.